Every once in a while, I encounter a product I end up implementing into my everyday life. For me, those products have demonstrated a healthy blend of performance, aesthetics, and just overall value. Value, there's that word again. It's a word I never tire of using because it's genuinely what every company should strive to create. I found just ridiculous amounts of intrinsic value within Stark Sound's SW series of subwoofers. And in this video, I will share my experience with the SW10. Let's go. What is up, my friends? Welcome to Mic on Audio. As always, I am your audio journalist, and today I am focusing my attention on the Stark Sound SW10 subwoofer. On the surface, it doesn't come with a fancy app or advanced DSP, but it's not really meant to. Stark Sound strategically designed the SW series for sheer performance at a inexpensive level. I can say this because I have experience with their SW15, which has been a staple in my home theater for quite some time. I did a video on the SW15 that you can check out right here if you're looking for a total bass solution for your home cinema. So where was I? Yes, so Stark Sound designed the SW10 with the end user in mind. It's not a complicated component, and it's even easier to implement within your system. It's a small 10-inch sealed subwoofer. That's it. It's right here. You can see it. I feel this is magical. Because in a world where we have overcomplicated everything, it's nice to see a piece of gear that keeps it simple and just does its job. Mine happens to be dressed in white since my decor commands it to be so, but it also comes in a matte black as well. I love the contrast of the glass fiber woofer against the bright white matte finish. I think it's super clean. This subwoofer is as toyetic as it gets. I'm surprised everyone hasn't discovered the SW series. Everybody needs to know about it. That's why I'm doing this. This subwoofer MSRP is at $499. However, they are on a holiday sale, which brings it down quite a bit. I think $499 is a steal for this subwoofer. After testing many subwoofers, very few have left an imprint. I use this subwoofer every day at my desk. It's what complements my DIY speakers I finished recently. It's a beautiful marriage between the two. So obviously I use it while gaming, when I listen to music, while I'm working on editing videos like these. I must get a full range experience for accuracy when working on projects, especially when working on my own music. Very little room for error there, so if you haven't experienced my synthwave album, links down below, let me know what you think. I am working on my second album, which is going to be a bit different with some lo-fi vibes and other surprises, so back to the sub. I keep getting off track here, so focus. So we've talked about the front of the subwoofer, how it looks and where it fits in my life. What's around back though? Well, around the back, there's a 350 watt amplifier powering this 10-inch subwoofer. So when you have a sealed enclosure, it takes more power to get that deep, aggressive bass we all know and love. The fact that Stark threw a 350 watt amp in there is totally clutch, and I dig it. One thing you may notice on the amp is something that usually only comes standard with way pricier and higher end model subwoofers. That's right, you guessed it, XLR inputs. Now, are XLR inputs going to provide this insane sonic improvement? Not necessarily. However, XLR is the only way to go on longer cable runs if you want to avoid noise or any other type of interference. XLR cables are crucial on longer runs. People sometimes like positioning their subs in weird places, and I feel this is one of those most common circumstances in that XLR connections could come in handy. I use a world's best cable subwoofer cable, well made, Mogami cable with Amphenol connectors, inexpensive and super good quality. Finally, on the top left of the amplifier are crossover, phase, and volume knobs to control the basic functions of the subwoofer. I usually keep it around 80 Hertz, which is industry standard, but please, by all means, play with the crossover and get it just how you like it. Don't trust my 80 Hertz. I did measure the subwoofer using REW. Let's see how it did. As you can see, this is a very beautiful near field measurement. The measurement curve stays fairly linear and begins to descend around the 35 Hertz mark. However, within the 3 decibel range, it will hit 26 to 27 Hertz. This is a near field, mind you. In room, the sub could very well be in the low 20s. This is a reasonable match with how the manufacturers spec the sub. The SW10 delivers a clean, precise, full sound with movies, games, and music. Despite its relatively small form factor, it offers more deep bass output than some of the mass market mainstream subwoofers I've tested. This is an excellent compromise in today's world where The whole go big or go home attitude doesn't apply as much as it used to with home audio because of living space constraints and the wife acceptance factor. You don't have to sacrifice space for bass. Even the SW15, at the largest footprint for subs that Stark makes now, isn't that big. As for the sound quality of the sub itself, I felt the detail and precision were just perfect. It's not floppy and loose like many others when they are, really pushed. This sub stayed strong throughout whatever performance, first-person shooter, MMORPG. Totally messed that up. Or MMORPG I decided to put it through. I enjoyed feeling the action within the games I was playing. It's fun. My neighbors also loved it. They asked me to recommend it on their behalf as well. One thing I was concerned with was whether it could handle a variety of music without sounding overwhelmingly boomy. So I brought my girlfriend into the room to show off my new DIY speakers that I just built, and I had the sub connected, of course. She didn't know about the sub being connected. So I just played one of her, dive bar disco songs she likes. You know what I'm talking about, those 80s songs that the entire bar sings along to in unison when it comes on. Her first opinion was, wow, those little speakers have nice bass. So to me, that means the subwoofer was doing its job exactly as it should by providing a solid presence without making it obvious that it's there. I would recommend this subwoofer to anyone who wants something small with very significant results. Flat out impressive. I will leave all the links you'll need in the description below. I expect you all to leave a comment once you've bought one and let me know your experience. Thank you for making it to the end. I want to wish you guys all a happy Halloween, and I want you guys to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to get notified whenever I put out new content. Make sure to stay tuned because I'm going to be doing a ton of buyer's guides and Black Friday stuff for the holiday sales, so holiday videos coming soon. See you soon, guys.